All right, let's get on with this show, Max. Let's get this puppy on the road. No puppies should ever be on the road.
Exactly. No puppies have been harmed in the process.
We haven't hired any puppy. Oh God, have you seen the thing on the Instagram? So sorry I've got to show this. It's going to be my most popular Instagram post ever.
Toilet?
It's what? No, it's not the toilet. No.
It's not the toilet.
No, check. No, wait on a second. I've lost the screen. Where are you? Okay.
I'm here.
Okay. It's not there. It's not there. Hi. It's not there. Is it desktop 4? No, I don't think so.
Desktop 4. Now you're just showing off.
No, I don't have 4 computers. They're virtual, Max. They're virtual computers. Oh, I know what I do. I click there. There we go. Check this out. This. Oh, no, not that. Someone else's. That is my dad pushing a dog in a pram. And the reason he's pushing a dog in a pram, that's all you get. The reason he's pushing a dog in a pram is because it's my sister's dog. My dog's too old. And it's not a joke. It's not like a setup for anything. It's like genuinely, that's how she gets her dog around. She pushes along. She's got a pram. She bought a children's pram. And she's got this old dog called Treacle. And she just pushes the dog along. They go for walks. So my dad, who's in his 90s, pushes the dog along as well.
Treacle suddenly became tricycle.
Oh, that's very good. You did. So on this show today, Max, what we're going to do is talk about plumbing in my rocket. I'm really excited.
How to plumb a rocket, because we should really go down to the technique on how to plumb a rocket.
Yeah, our espresso machine. And I mean, obviously, I don't know how. This is why it's so exciting. This is why people tune in. They don't tune in for facts.
Yeah,
they tune in to see me.
Because we don't know.
They tune in to see me lurch from disaster to disaster. That's a lot more fun than all these knowledgeable people out there.
And actually, wait, let me open these by saying last time hello viewers. Last time we left Nick with a disassembled hand grinder. Has he been able to reassemble it?
Yes, but the numbers are totally different. I can't explain that. The numbers bear no resemblance to the grind settings that we used to have. But it works.
So you haven't zeroed it again.
You say that like, just zero it, Nick. I followed your instructions, Max, and it's like 3 numbers different.
That's okay, but you know that it's 3 number different. So
at the end of the day, who cares? I am actually, in general purposes, in the scheme of the world, a relativist, because you've got relativists and absolutists. Those people who believe that their truth is the truth, right is right, wrong is wrong, and then those people who believe that according to the context of society and the norms of society and everything else, that those get reinterpreted. If you want to know who's a relativist, the church, right? No longer are they torturing people and putting them, setting them on fire because they're witches, but they actually now have moved to the times. I am also, much like the Pope, a relativist. I mean, me and the Pope.
So you're the Pope.
I'm just saying that the Pope and I aren't that different. I'm possibly slightly better looking.
Not sure.
I'm definitely not sure about that, actually. I'm in a horrible situation where by accident, I've got 2 mirrors in the bathroom because they've taken the mirrors off of a wardrobe and they put it in the bathroom because we're getting new carpets put in. And now I can see myself from all angles and it's terrifying. Never do that. I mean, do it when you're young. And then when you get to a certain age, get rid of all the mirrors.
Don't even do it when you're young because you might find out that you start getting a bald patch.
Yeah.
So don't do it when you're young.
So we're going to plumb in a rocket. Hear that? Jesus. I've come prepared with things. Something. No, yeah, it's hopefully it's come off on the right way. We're going to be talking about the steps that I am taking along the journey of plumbing my rocket. I'm so excited, and I tell you, it's not for the reasons that you think. What have you got there? Why are you doing that? Why are you bringing up your grinder? I'm having a conversation about plumbing in a rocket. You're going to plumb in your hand grinder. I don't think you need to do that, Max. It's a grinder.
Product placement. I want money.
Oh, you want to product place it? Okay, put it away. Did you see the who was it? It was like the football people for the football thing, the football show game tonight.
Yes.
And he had like 2 bottles of Coca-Cola exactly placed perfectly. Is Gerald going to pay you for that advert spot? We should charge him.
I don't know. I'm going to try.
I'll just send him a bill. See if we say, hey, Gerald, here's the invoice for that advertorial that we did for you. Yeah, so we're going to talk. Yeah, we should get into that. Just send people bills. It used to work. You send people bills. If it's below a certain amount, they used to just pay it. Because there's too much effort to go and check them. That was an old scam. Doesn't work anymore. It's all electronic and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Electronic's bad.
So what we're going to do,
so
I had a chat.
How to plan a rocket? What are you going to do? Why? First of all, why do you want to plan a rocket?
Well, actually, you're getting to the money shot right up front. Because I
am a no frills person. You know
yeah.
me. I am a no frills guy.
Yeah, we can tell by the way you dress. So there was initially you go into people. Why do people plumb their machines? They say, well, it's like you get the whole line fed pre-infusion, blah 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 blah. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's also what I was thinking. I'm thinking, oh yes, my line fed pre-infusion. That's why I want to have it. And you don't have to fill up the water tank. But the thing is, filling up the water tank is quite soothing to me. It's a bit like watering my plants. I've got a little watering pot for the back of my rocket, and I take the top off. And I've got really good at anticipating when it needs water, just like my plants. I go and talk to my plants in the morning. How thirsty are you? Ooh, my poor dear. I put a little bit more water in. And same thing with the rocket. I kind of know it's not that at all. But there is one thing that I'm very excited about.
Mm-hmm.
Very excited about it. And its clue is right here.
The drip tray.
Yes.
Aha.
It is the drip tray. This is my biggest bugbear is emptying the drip tray.
Mm-hmm.
And let me just show you for the people who are listening.
For the people who are
people who are listening,
look carefully
once again,
at your podcast.
Look carefully at your phone, and you should be able to see that there is a doohickey.
An a-hole.
There's a hole. It's not an a-hole. There's just a hole. And on the other end, the other side of it, there's like a little nut.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's a hole. It's a hole
with a plug.
Yeah, it's a hole with a plug. And that apparently plugs into, you drain the water.
Yes.
Automatically with it.
Yes.
You never have to empty your drip tray.
No, but you will be a little more monkey.
Well, that is the question. The question is, because every time right now when I empty it, I wash it and clean it.
You're not going to do that.
If I never do that, is it going to turn into a big grungy swamp?
The short answer to that is yes. Yes, it will. And the short answer is yes. The long answer is yes, it will.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a little disappointing. I thought there was going to be some magic answer. But okay, there's no magic answer.
You can always pour water on it and clean it while it's on there. That's actually easier to rinse if you want, because you would just pour hot water on it.
That's true. That is actually true. You see, I knew there would be a magic solution. You just need to understand.
Yes.
You need to ask. Be a bit patient.
However, the pipe is going to be very monkey. So you want to hide the pipe underneath it.
Yeah. Actually, it's a good point. Entertain the viewers while I just quickly go and get the attachment box.
Oh my God. He just left. He just left me alone. I have no idea where he's gone now. But
oh, wait, hold on. I actually already had the attachment box. I just forgot I had it. Here it is. Right. So,
ladies and gentlemen, Nick Basket.
Yeah. I'm in charge. I'm in charge here. I run this show. So we've got a box. I'm hoping something's in it because I haven't looked in here for a long time. Not since I bought the machine, and I'm pretty sure I left all of the bits necessary to plumb in the machine in the box. Let me just
because it's happening on Monday.
He's coming to check it on Monday. He's not going to plumb it in on Monday. But there's more to it than just plumbing it in. See, I think being a non-technical person, when someone says I need to plumb your machine in, some guy whose name is almost certainly going to be Jack, and in this case it's Adrian, but I just think of them as Jack, will come around in an overall. Oh, it'll be like Luigi. Luigi will come around.
Yeah.
right? Mario and Luigi brothers will come around. Mario and Luigi will come around.
Yeah, eat some magic mushrooms.
Yeah, they'll have some magic mushrooms, and they'll go la plumb and then they'll just plumb it in, right?
Yeah.
They get a pipe. You give them a pipe, and you hope it's the right pipe. Like me, literally, I don't know what I'm giving them. I'm like, here, and I'll pass them the box with hopefully the stuff in it that I haven't lost anything, but I can't remember if I've lost anything or not. Because then I'll run away to another room.
If you remember it, you haven't lost it.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
Well, I don't remember anything. So I've got stuff in there from before. But what I'll do is I'll then run away. I see a pipe
in there. I actually see a compression fitting. So that is a pipe for the water going in. That looks good.
Yeah. So I've got a pipe.
Yes, that's good.
I'm also
the water to go in. Actually, hold on to that because do not let it go until you plumb it in the machine because they are really difficult to get by.
Difficult to do what?
To find.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, it's just as well I held on to it. Okay. All right. So I've got that. Then I've got this. Is this for the? This is a clear plastic tube with an elastic band.
That looks like it. Yes.
The drip tray one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
You probably want an L-shaped elbow.
Hold on.
Underneath.
I've got my steam nozzle. I think that's the 4-hole. Oh no, that's the 2-hole. Oh, that's the 2-hole steam nozzle, which means I've got the 4-hole one in, which explains why it's very aggressive steaming.
It explains why I repaint the kitchen every time I try to make a cappuccino.
Yeah, when are you coming around?
Okay, I'm on my way.
No, don't come around. That was a polite invitation. Don't actually expect you to come. It's always like when somebody says to you, "Oh, you must come to dinner," and you go, "Oh, I'd love to. Let me just check my diary. How's Tuesday?" And you look at their face, and they're like, Tuesday. I'll have to check with the wife and get back to you." And you're like, or Wednesday, or Thursday, or Friday. I mean, whenever your wife's free. Pretty much anytime this week, next week, or the week after. Very cruel.
That is very cruel.
No one actually in England, when we invite you to dinner, it doesn't really mean we want you around for dinner.
Yes, it's you totally should come, but don't.
Yeah, this is the way it goes. This is because we realize that most of our listeners are actually in America, so this is also a good opportunity for us to understand. It's a cultural exchange and lesson.
I also think it works in America.
It probably does. But yeah, over here, we say things we don't mean, but the other person knows you don't mean them, but they appreciate you pretending to care.
Yes, it's all a facade.
It's a facade. It's a facade, young man. You must come to dinner. I would simply love to. Well, we'll talk. Let's keep in touch.
Yes.
That means I'll never talk to you again. Go away now. And
it was very unpleasant.
And yeah, that's it. So I've got the pipe. I've got 2 pipes. I thought it would just be he'd come around and he would literally put a spanner in, drill a hole, plug it in, 10 minutes, 15 minutes with a cup of tea, and he's on his way. It's not like that at all.
No, it's a day. Probably a day.
Okay, I actually didn't know that. So you can elaborate. Why is it a day?
Well, so you have to, first of all, you have to split the water flow, the water feed, like if it was in a dishwasher. Washing machine. So you have the Y thing.
Yeah.
So one goes to, you could take it from an appliance, for example.
Yeah.
So let's say you have a dishwasher next to the sink, because that's the most likely thing that you have, or a washing machine. You split that in 2 with a splitter, with a Y attachment.
Yeah.
And in one, you reattach the washing machine or whatever you have. And in the other one, you take the water to a water softening unit. That's very important because you can't plumb your coffee machine with direct water, because it would be awful, because it would be super full of lime scale and everything and everything. I mean, everything. So that would be a mess. Not a good idea. So you have to go through the water softener or the water treatment unit,
especially made for coffee machines.
Yes, install those first, and then from there, take the derivation and go into the coffee machine.
Yeah, that's right.
So, and you have to fit all of that nicely under a cupboard.
Yeah.
Plus, you have to go behind the coffee machine under the cupboard, the surface. And that is also, it requires drilling, it requires a bit of, so it is a bit of a faff, but if you own the place and you have a coffee machine that is worth plumbing in, it's a no-brainer. As long as it's close enough to the sink.
Exactly. So being a smart guy,
I have the sink here and the coffee machine is in another room.
I know it's right next to the sink, but it's total serendipity. It was a complete accident, obviously, but I do feel very smug about having made that decision. So I tell you what, I'm going to tell you actually the process of how I'm going about it and what filter I'm using. But before I do tell you what filter I'm going with and the procedure, just to elaborate a little bit on the procedure, I want to tell you about product placement. No, I want to tell you about the coffee that I'm drinking at the moment. You can be about the coffee you're drinking. I've actually got 2 bags I want to talk about. This first one.
Does it come in beans?
Yeah, this is a beanie coffee. It's very beany. In fact, I'd say I'm going to take a wild guess. I'm going to say it's 100% beans. Look at that. Look at they're all beans. All of them.
Wow. All of these coffees being beans.
This whole bag is beans. There's no non-bean coffee in there. I can't put it back in now. I'm going to have to be stuck with this coffee in my hand. Why did I do that? I'm not left-handed. Let me try my right hand. So this is, so you know that, let me try and get it in without getting all over the floor. Hold on. I can't do 2 things at once. Don't talk to me. There it is.
That's fine.
So this is beans from Tanzania. So this is from Farm to Home Coffee. We're giving away 1 kilo of their Ethiopian beans. Now there'll be a link below, unless of course you're on the podcast, in which case you'll swipe somewhere. And there'll be a link.
It's a link.
Show notes. There's a link. Go look at the link.
There is a link.
If you absolutely can't find the link, just go to bartalks.net/giveaway, all one word.
Give it away, give it away now.
Yeah, no, it's just giveaway. Oh, that is a good URL, but people might have a difficult time typing that in. And all the details on how to enter there. Is no purchase necessary. Every month we give away 1 kilo of beans. This month, and by the way, we're also listing the winners on that page, so it's all legit. It's UK only, so you have to be in the UK because I'm not sending it to Abu Dhabi or Montenegro or anything like that.
And I haven't won it yet though.
Yeah, Max keeps trying to enter in influence. Got a strong future in politics there, Max. By the way, that kind of style. But no, we're not giving this away to friends. It is only being given away. We might be enemies. Friends.
Only to enemies.
Only people we don't like. No, it's not. So if we like you, you're not getting it. Yeah. No, we're not giving. This is going to anybody in the UK, in the mainland UK. We're doing their kilo of Ethiopian beans. I've had their Ethiopian beans. I've had the Uganda beans. There's 4 of them.
And how is it?
This one, I've got to say. And it's odd because we're giving away the Ethiopians, but I mean, I hadn't tried this before. This is actually my favorite. I would tell you, even if you win the Ethiopian beans, try this Tanzanian. I really, really like it. And not only that, I'm going to shock you, Max. Sit down. All right, you're sitting down. Even my ex likes this.
Wow.
Doesn't like any of my coffees. I think this is possibly only the second coffee that I've made that she actually likes.
Did she like it, or was it you should come for dinner?
No, it was like she actually liked. No, she came around for we got up at we left the house at 7 this morning. We met up, had a coffee, and left at 7 this morning to go back to the old place and do some cleaning out. And so I made her a coffee, and she's like, "I really want to drink your coffee." And I said, "Dad, just try this one. Try this. It's really nice." And she's like, "Oh, actually, yeah, it's good." My son loves it. This is good coffee. This Tanzanian is my favorite.
And you can tell because it's almost finished, and he only opened it yesterday.
Yeah, Yeah, we're getting through it pretty fast. It's I tell you what I like about it is there's enough complexity in there to make it interesting, but it has got a very strong, and this is going to sound so lowbrow, but it's got a very strong coffee flavor to it. So it's
Wow.
got that regular kind of espresso taste that I love and mouthfeel that I really like, but with enough little complexity in there. It's a little bit in some respects like Carvetti's Solitude, which I like also for that same reason, that it blends what you really want from a coffee with some complexity.
That for a change in third wave
Yeah.
in third wave coffee, for a change, it actually tastes like coffee.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, it's a major achievement to get some coffee. Yeah, it's like we've gone full circle.
Yeah. It's a very unusual. Now you get coffees that you taste it and it's like, yeah.
You taste the hint of dandelion and a little bit of cherry blossom on the breeze.
Yes, and then a little bit of a hint of firestone and summer fruits. Yeah, but where's the coffee?
Yeah, but where's the coffee? I understand if I wanted a Lucozade, mate, you know. Anyway, so look, I just wanted to say that's what I'm drinking. I'm also drinking another one, which I've left behind. I'm going to go get that whilst you say, what are you drinking, Max?
I am drinking now from Peaberry Coffee. And it's the Finca El Mirador, which is a very unusual name for me. Very nice. It's a Colombian. It's very buttery. I find it quite interesting because it's got some cocoa flavors and it's got quite a lot of fruitiness. So it's not excessively acidic. It doesn't have too much fruit on it. But I'm having actually, as per usual, recently, I'm having it a lot as pour over. I haven't had espresso with these for a while. I tried another one from Peaberry before, and I forgot what the name was. It was very nice, but it was very quiet as a coffee. Can you say quiet?
No, you can't. Come up with another word.
No, it was very muted, as it wasn't everywhere. It was actually a very nice cup of coffee because you have the underlining coffee flavor, and then there was some flavors here and there coming up, but you really had to go and look for them, which was very pleasant as a pour over. As a pour over, though, I like these a lot. It's Finca El Mirador. It's very, very nice.
Finca El Mirador.
Yeah, and it's Colombian. It's really nice. It's so here it says butter, cacao nibs, wild blackberry, and mandarin in the tasting notes. I can tell it's actually quite fruity and pleasant, but I wouldn't go that far just yet. And then I have these waiting for later, which has floral, mango, which really got me, and then I didn't read the next one, which says lemon, so I might regret that. But nuts and chocolate.
Nuts and chocolate are always good.
Nuts and chocolate is good. It's basically is coffee flavored. I mean, that's what coffee flavor means.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They're very, very nice, these ones. And I'm actually having lots of pour overs these days. I find it very soothing because I want.
So you're going to be the pour over guy, and I'm going to be the espresso guy.
It turns out that I think it's growing on me a lot, and I just realized one thing. So I have the pour over kit. I have the good coffee machine. A good espresso maker. I have a mocha pot. I don't have an AeroPress. I just realized I do not have an AeroPress. I need an AeroPress.
Do you need one?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's another coffee gizmo.
It is a coffee gizmo. I mean, I've got one. I hardly ever use it. I have to say, I would, if I'm going to spend the time, I would do a pour over. If I wanted something AeroPressy, I actually prefer a mocha pot to an AeroPress. But that could be because my AeroPress technique is not good.
It's two different things because in the mocha pot you're actually going under pressure, slightly under pressure, and you're brewing with superheated water.
Hmm.
You're actually brewing with water that can be at around 105 degrees, more or less.
Right.
While instead, on the AeroPress, you can actually do the pour over steeping, so you can actually determine the temperature of the water that goes in. You steep, and then you can extract. Basically, you filter down your.
Yeah, I know.
And
I mean, it's a steep brewing method.
yeah,
I just, in terms of flavor,
mm-hmm.
I just tend to prefer, if I'm going to go for that kind of thing, a more volumed coffee, and then I want the coffee to be reasonably strong and coffee-ish. And so if I wanted to go sort of floral and fruity type thing, I'd do a pour over. And if I want to go sort of coffee-ish and good sort of strong, smooth mouthfeel, I would go with mocha pot. So the AeroPress kind of just somehow falls in between, although it is very convenient to carry around. But then I don't travel anymore, so I just like
Nobody
who
does.
does, right? So it's sort of, it sits there on my windowsill looking very sad. It's got a little sad face on it. Yeah, it could just be I need to practice my technique more. And I know there's so many different methods, and I've tried the inverted method, and I've tried different papers and doubling up the papers and all that kind. I've tried a lot of stuff. What I probably haven't tried is enough adjustment on the coffee grinds. I probably need to play around with that a little bit more and see if I can get better flavor out of it. But I sort of feel like I get great results with a mocha pot. I get great results with a V60, and I get great results with my espresso machine. What's missing in my life? Nothing.
No,
But anyway,
for me, it's just another gizmo that is cool to have, and it's, I mean, at the price point that
it's so cheap. It is so cheap, and you just need a kettle and some papers. No, you're not wrong. And also for a lot of people who don't have espresso machines, and maybe don't have a budget to get a decent espresso machine, it's sort of it's an opportunity to drink good coffee as long as you've got a decent grinder, I guess. How important is it? Let's not steer off from that things. So I'm drinking because we're going to go back to plumbing.
Going into something very interesting.
We almost went into that. We'll do that another time. I'm also drinking this.
Oh, that's a manly coffee. That looks like a manly coffee.
I am, after all, a very manly man, as I've explained to you on many occasions, Max. So this is Anvil. I Googled coffee roasters in my area. Oh, God,
well, actually, you forgot one that is very close to you.
Just Google's listening to me. Just shh. Sorry. Yeah. No, I haven't forgotten the one that's very close to me.
Which one is very close to you?
Peabury.
No, Karuna Coffee.
Who?
Karuna Coffee.
Don't know.
They are Aldershot. Very nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Aldershot yesterday.
Yeah, very nice.
Okay, I'll pick up something from them. That's actually really good. I'll pick up something from them next. So this is Anvil Coffee. Anvil Coffee Roasters. And they have taken the utilitarian naming methodology of giving it numbers. So this is Anvil number 3. It works.
Yeah.
It works, right?
It worked for Chanel. It can work for anyone.
So it's a black bag with a white label, which saves on printing costs because there's no color. And it just says Anvil number 3, Brazil and Rwanda. And I was kind of sold on the Brazil and Rwanda because I like Rwandan coffee. But Brazilian coffee is got the sweetness to it. And I'm thinking, that'll taste nice. And you know what? It tastes nice.
Done. Where are they from?
Brazil and Rwanda. Duh.
Anvil.
Oh, I don't know. They're from Hampshire somewhere. They're from, okay, hold on a second. The Forge. They're from the Forge.
Oh, that's why they're called Anvil.
Yeah. Look, you have to go look them up. It's anvilcoffee.co.uk.
Okay.
And they're somewhere in Hampshire, in the place called the Forge. You'll find them. Just
what kind of roast is it?
You want to see the beans?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a medium roast. Yeah, it smells okay. They taste better than they smell. Hold on, let me just get those beans up for the camera and annoy everybody who's listening on the podcast. Let me just talk like this. Oh, you can't see me. Actually, no, I'm going to move the camera. There. I'm dropping the damn beans.
They look quite nice, actually. That's That's quite a darkish medium roast.
No, I think that's the camera.
Okay.
It's the camera. It's not a darkish medium roast. It's a medium roast. Says Nick. Amber's probably right to me. It was actually a dark medium roast. Nick got that wrong. I don't think so. I think it's a medium. I'd argue with him. I roasted them, Nick. I think I know what I'm talking about. I think. Well, I had to disagree with you, but I'm afraid these are not a dark medium roast. I think if you examine your roaster, your settings will be adjusted as per so.
As dark.
Yeah. Don't you love those people who tell you like they don't know anything and they tell you, they start telling you your business.
Oh yeah. I get that on a weekly basis. That people telling me how to do my job.
Yeah, I can't wait to meet a brain surgeon and then explain to him how he should do his job better.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the coffee we're drinking.
Yeah.
Back to the main topic, which was plumbing this machine.
Plumbing
So let me tell you what I'm doing because it's kind of aligned with what you were saying. But there's more. There's more to it than that. Yeah, because I had a plumber come along and look at it. So I basically just wanted to present to Adrian a hole, a plumb, what do you call, not a plumb, give him a plumb. Here's a plumb. I want to give him a tube or a tap or something, Now you can just plug it into that, mate. That's what I want to say.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to do is split it off, like you said, because in the rest of the house, I wanted to install a soft water filter.
Yes, that's actually a very good idea.
It's a very good idea.
Not in the tap water, but the rest of the house, it's a very great idea.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so that's what we wanted to do because obviously reduce lime scale and all the rest of it. So looked under the sink and now I know enough to ask questions like, where does the water come in? Is that your mains tappy thing? I don't want to get too technical with you, Max, because I don't want to leave you behind.
Fine.
But yeah, that's all right. So a plumber came around and he looked under the thing and he was going to quote me for installing a soft water thing and creating the Y.
Yes.
For the feed for the coffee machine to be plumbed in. And then he looked under there and he goes, but Nick, you've already got a soft water filter. And I looked under, I said, what do you mean? He's like, well, that's what that big filter is there that says water filter. I was like, I didn't look. Like, why should I look? I don't know. I just moved in. I assumed they didn't have one. Turns out they do have one. And I said,
the water filter or water softener?
No, it's a electronic magnetic-y water filter thing that actually don't eat that. Don't even start with that because whatever, it's there, right? And and so that is currently filtering all the water. So he's going to take from the mains tap. He's going to take a feed off of that, create a new expose and present a new tap hose pipe thing to Adrian that he's going to plug into. But then he said two other interesting things.
Mm-hmm.
He said, first of all, why is your oven making that noise? And I said, I don't know, mate, it always makes that noise when it starts up. It's
why is your what?
Oven making that noise. I was cooking it. Why is your oven making that noise? And I said, I don't know, Nick. His name's Nick. I don't know, Nick.
Been entertaining.
Do I look technical to you? And he said, hold on, let me have a look at it. And he got a pair of pliers or something. He stuck his head in the oven. Let me just adjust the camera here. So you got the best looking image of me possible. Is that possible? I don't know. Oh God.
I think I'm going to throw up. Also because of the
stay
face.
there. All right. Maybe I could just scoot down. Maybe I could be smaller.
Change the table thing, no?
I could change the table thing. Hold on. Is that? Now the camera's gone. Oh, this is so annoying. All right, so he looked in the oven and he said, "Oh, Nick, your problem is
you good."
No, I'm not
Stop.
good.
Stop.
So I'm standing now. I'm going to sit. No, I'm. Okay,
and lower down the desk.
Now I lower the desk. All right. So he goes into the oven and he says, "Oh, this is your problem." And he pulls out a pair of pliers and he pulls something from that, and then it stops making a noise. And so I said, "Thanks very much, Nick." And he said, "So I've got nothing to do then, have I?" I said, "Not really. Thanks for driving out here, though." It's like an hour drive. So off he goes, having determined that I don't need a water filter after all, because he's pointed out to me, and he fixed my oven for free, and then left. But he did say one other thing that was useful, which he didn't charge me for, which was, he said, you realize you've got a pressure reduction system in here.
Mm-hmm.
And I never even thought, I don't know when such a thing existed, but I never even thought about it. But now I do think about it now. Like, does it matter how much pressure you're presenting to your coffee machine?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought you were going to have a big story about how that's really important.
As long as it's above a certain threshold, which is 1 or 2 bar, you're fine.
Yeah, I think it was 2 bars.
Yeah, 2 is fine. Is pretty standard. 4 is normally where it sits at if you're not if you don't have a pressure reducing system. But
right.
The thing is, it actually makes it more stable, because depending on the time of the day, your water pressure will be higher or lower. Because if a lot of people in the morning, if a lot of people that do take showers, your water pressure is going to be much lower.
Yeah.
So you might actually have the water pressure sitting at 2 or 3.
Got you. Well, this all makes perfect sense. So that's it. So that's basically what's going to happen is Nick's going to come back and he's going to fit. I might even pay him this time. He's going to fit a feed off of the thing. And then Adrian's going to come tomorrow. He's going to just do a bit of a site survey, check it out, and he's going to walk around, suck his teeth, and pull out a tape measure and say something, engineering.
He's a nice guy.
He seems really nice. I spoke to him. He seems really nice. And the coffee machine's right next to the sink. Ultimately, I think this is going to be pretty simple for me. So
it should be, but you never know. Let's see.
Thanks,
what
Max.
happens, because
I appreciate the vote of confidence there.
It's not that. It's it makes the show interesting.
Yeah. Otherwise, God knows it's boring.
Otherwise, people are gonna go like, "Oh, yeah, he plumbed in his coffee.
He plumbed it in, and it worked."
It worked.
Oh, God, so I'm gonna unsubscribe immediately.
Exactly.
All right. So I will engineer some kind of explosion, Max. By which
Don't worry. I don't think you need to engineer it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And what he's going to do, what he's recommended for me is Brita, a Brita coffee filtering system. And he said the reason why is because your coffee, the amount of coffee that you make, you need to have different sides. You buy into the system, but the filters themselves come in different capacities, like 50, 100, 150, whatever.
Yeah.
And he said, you'll probably only need a 50, but if you're having to change it after 6 months, I don't have to change the whole system. I can just rotate out the 50 and put 100 in, or a 150 or something. And I thought that kind of sounds good. So the process is going to be as such. He will come, he will take a sample of water. He will send that to a lab, and people in white coats and pens in their top pocket will examine it and determine exactly what kind of settings I need for my filter. He'll then buy the Brita system, tune it in, come back when Nick's set up the feed, and use my fancy braided cables, and that's it. Bob's your uncle. I will have a plumbed-in system.
Done.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. And then you must come around for dinner.
Oh, yeah. How's Tuesday?
I'll check with the ex who's not here.
Right.
And
Wednesday's fine too.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Sure. We'll keep in touch.
Next 5 weeks.
We'll keep in touch. Yeah.
We'll talk.
Let's keep talking. We'll talk again.
Yeah.
All righty, Max. Anything else from you, sir?
Oh, not much actually. Nothing major new. It's I've been using this a lot. How are you getting on?
We've been using. I tell you what. Okay, so here's an interesting thing. Just the last tidbit, and then we'll go. Is that as you can see, I've got a 1 kilo bag here.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a 500 gram bag here.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that the 500 gram bags are more convenient if you're rotating different coffees. Because what I will do, so here's what we do. Here's my coffee drinking methodology, is that whatever beans are in the hopper,
Mm-hmm.
the other beans, when we want to make a different coffee, go into the hand grinder.
Yeah.
And this is particularly efficient if you've got 500 gram bags, because I only open the bag when I need it, I pour it into the hopper, and then I'll just make it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that just seems to work really well.
Because the
So
1 kilo bag, you can't, they don't have the Ziploc system.
They don't have a Ziploc system, a lot of bags.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start buying, unless there's a massive price differential, I start buying my bags in 500 gram. I prefer to get 2 500 gram bags than a kilo bag. That makes sense. That's an option.
It actually turns out to be more expensive though.
A little bit, but you know, a pound or two or something. I don't know. It's just a lot more convenient. It's a lot more convenient.
It's a feedback we could actually put out. Make more 1 kilo bags that you can reseal.
Yeah, there must be some cost implication to that, but it's kind of annoying. Unfortunately for me, we drink the coffee so bloody fast that it doesn't really matter.
I have these actually.
Did you get those from Peabury? Did you get those?
No. This is just me cutting off the.
No, I know, but the case. I see them being? Oh, is that from Amazon? Okay.
These are fellows.
Okay.
And they do the vacuum, so they have this system here. There you go.
Yeah.
And that's your vacuum indication.
Yeah. And how do you have to pump it?
Yeah, like this.
Oh, that's the pumping access mechanism.
It's vacuum already.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't take long, and it's not a difficult action to do, and it preserves the coffee. And this keeps about 600 grams of coffee. You can shrink. You can push 800 probably. 1 kilo, no. You need 2 of these.
Yeah. No, but that's okay, because I mean I put some of it into the hopper.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I normally do. I keep 2 of these, and I have one that is this one for the new coffees, and the older ones I tend to have it in a transparent one. I have a glass one.
Right. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
I rotate my coffees in it, and it actually keeps the coffee very fresh. It's actually very nice. It's annoying at the beginning, because when the coffee is very fresh, it keeps off gassing. So you keep finding that, oh my god, it's not under vacuum anymore. Because it's producing lots of CO2.
Yeah. That's right. That's what it should do for the first week.
Yes, but these work really well. These are called fellow something.
Well, I've got fellow coffee can.
Yeah,
and yeah, I'm going to buy one. I don't have anything like that at the moment.
Yeah, they're very good. I really recommend those.
Nice.
There was the usual suspect that did a review on that, and they actually worked well.
Yeah. Oh well, I'll get one regardless. Yeah. All right, Max. That is fantastic. Another week is in the can. We have to have a.
We canned it again.
Sign off. Can we have a sign off?
Yes. We canned it again.
No, another week is in the can. Another
canning is in the week.
The beans are back in the bag. We've ground another one out.
We ground another.
It's getting there. We'll work on it. Come up with something for next week, Max. That's your homework.
Okay, I'm gonna come up with something very cringy.
Of course you would. Why wouldn't you? All right, my friend. I was gonna say have a great weekend. It's over. Get back to work.
Yeah,
coffee time's over.
Have a great back to work in the.